Today, this is not a normal reselling or what I bought video. It's kind of a tribute to someone I lost 2 years ago today. My mother and our mother. And on that day, my mom was 81 years old. She was sliding, physically, and my mom had degenerative eye disease and could barely see. She lived nearby, and we did all of her shopping, and she did cook and things. She still had a dog, and we saw her on a regular basis. And my mom had called me the evening of the 22nd of 2023 and said she was hungry. So I swung by and got her some things, and on the way there, or when I got there, she wouldn't answer the door, and she lived in a secure apartment. And once I got access, I found my mom in her recliner, and she had passed. And it's a vision that's with me every day. It hurts to even think about it, but it's life. And my mom gave us a good life. We didn't have a lot as a child or as children. She was the mother of 4 boys. My mom had me at 16 years old. I never knew my father until about 9 years ago. I found out who he was and found some family, and they're very receptive, which was good. But he had passed back in 1984, and ironically, on the same day that my mom passed. Anyway, my mom raised us. We were split. A couple of the boys, we had different fathers, was split up during part of my childhood, and then got back together the latter teen years, all of us. But my mom was a union meat wrapper for Safeway in Texas until they closed, and then she ended up staying as a meat wrapper, but for other chains that weren't union, so the wages weren't as good. We grew up mostly in trailer parks and things. I mean, we were poor kids. None of us ever got in trouble. 3 of us served our country. One has a master's degree. Not that any of that matters, but she did a good job, is what I'm trying to say. Again, we didn't have a lot, but the kids around us didn't have a lot. And she made sure that we were fed, had a roof over our head and clothes. And she was pretty feisty. She didn't take anything from anybody, and she did a great job. One of the things that we do in our family with my children, my grandchildren, my mom, loved ones, is we never leave a phone conversation or an in-person visit without the last things we say is, I love you, amongst, goodbye. But we always say it because you never know when the last time you'll see a loved one is. And it's not to be cheesy or to take it lightly, but it's a true fact. And so it's something that if you're around us, you see it, and it is a truth. But anyway, we moved a lot as children, and I moved my children a lot because I was in transportation for 35 years, in management mostly, except for the first couple of years when I drove with different companies, ending up with UPS Freight in sales. But I was a terminal manager, a dispatcher, supervisor, all these things. But I moved my kids all over the country: upstate New York, Arizona, Southeast Texas, Central Texas, Dallas area a couple of times, Oklahoma a few times. So as a child, I went to 13 elementary schools, I think 4 junior highs, and 1 high school before I joined the military, the Navy. And but my mom was a good person. And on this day, Mom, I love you, and we love you, and we know you loved us. And I'll think about you and love you till the day I die. I'll post some photos and I appreciate y'all. Cherish your family. Tell them you love them.